is your side quest? And how do you find your own? Howdy, howdy, Jolly Green, your #1 guide to enjoying your thru hike. Say yes to side quests. Today, we're going to be talking about what a side quest is and how you pick your own. We're going to be using a very simple tool for this called an Eisenhower matrix. That is a weird technical term for basically imagining 4 boxes: important and urgent, not important, and non-urgent. Imagining these 4 quadrants, you've got urgent and important, you've got not urgent and important, you've got urgent but not important, and you've got not urgent and not important. With these, you can decide what is actually important in your life. Urgent and important is where we spend most of our days. This is everything that you're doing every day that you feel like you're always constantly behind on, or where the day goes, honestly. This is where people use most of their energy, and this is where people tend to get caught up in their lives. And for good reason. Whenever something's urgent and important, you have to get it done. However, the second part of the matrix, this is where side quests are. Whenever something is important but not urgent, these are the things that can very constantly get pushed to the side and forgotten about whenever we're going through our day-to-day life. And so these are things that would improve your life, but you never find the time for. These are things like exercise, spending more time with your family, starting up a business, anything that it is extra and not actually that important for you to actually get done, but you know would improve your life consistently. So this is where side quests live. And if you're trying to decide what your side quest should be, I like to narrow it down even further and decide one side quest for the day. And whenever I narrow it down, I like going with what's important to me, which is health, wealth, and relationships. And so if you can consistently decide what is optional but would make your life better in this quadrant 2, then you're going to start feeling more productive in your life and getting a lot more of those dream situations done. So, whenever I say health, wealth, and relationships, ooh, that's a lot of wind. And there's a car coming. I should get out the road. So when we're narrowing things down to health, wealth, and relationships, I like to use Time Management for Mortals, which is a fantastic book that just says that we're all people. We all have an average of 4,000 weeks and very limited energy. So rather than fussing about something and feeling guilty about all the things that you're not doing, side quests are a way of positively reinforcing yourself to getting things done. Because if you don't get to it for the day, then it was always optional. And if it was optional, then if you didn't get to it, then no skin off your back, you did everything else that you needed to do for the day. But if you get it done, then way to go! That was an amazing step. Whether it's actually just driving to the gym for the day, not even working out, just working on getting that first step done of getting there and working on that habit of going to the gym. Or setting up your recording equipment so that you can get out and do YouTube videos at some point this week, and just setting up your next immediate step. And of course, there's always the side quest of reaching out and flourishing in those relationships that we have, because it's always going to be the relationships that we have that decide if we're happy or not. So yes, a side quest could be spending time with your children, going out and starting a new hobby, or finding a new social group, or, like for me, reaching out to some of your thru hiking friends and just seeing where they're at. Just taking the time to call someone and see where they are in their life. But that raises the question on what those other 2 quadrants are. We've got urgent but not important. These are the things that you delegate to other people. Whenever you have something that you know should get done, but either you don't have the expertise or honestly it's something you hate doing, that's something that should be delegated. Like for me, I hate editing these YouTube videos, and that's why I pay my good buddy Jarek to do it. Hi Jarek! Make sure you hydrate. That kid's a nerd and I love him. He makes my life so much easier because I'm not wasting my valuable time on something that I hate, and I'm able to give it to someone that actually has the tools and resources to do what it is that he's trying to do. Now, on a thru hike, this can look like what I did, which was I relegated a lot of my contact to just the 5 people that were my immediate family. I updated Facebook every once in a while, but rather than go through and call everyone, I had my closest immediate family that I would call whenever I'm in town, and then they were in charge of updating people with where I was at and what I was doing while I was on my Appalachian Trail thru hiking adventure, because I wanted to focus more on hiking and being out on nature. And whenever you're in town and you're worrying about your shopping and you've got to get back into hiking the next day, calling everyone every time can be time consuming. And finally, the last quadrant are not important and not urgent. These are the things that don't progress our goals anymore, but also aren't actually important for what we want to be doing in our life. These are all the things from social media to gooning over those sexy femboys online, or my personal addiction, Slay the Spire. I love that game, but man, does it eat up hours of my day every day. And so, these are the kinds of things that you want to start cutting from your life to start making room for more of these side quests. So remembering things that are important but not urgent, things that it really wouldn't matter if it didn't get done today, but you know would ultimately improve your life. And then narrowing down your side quests to health, wealth, and relationships can make it much easier for you to decide what your side quest is for the day. I love you all, and let me know what your side quest is and how this is going to help you in the future.